Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between Yo's Iron Man's Ian versus Apollo's Ball, sponsored by Thermaltake Esports. On the bottom right hand side of the map we have Ian playing as the red Zerg. Meanwhile, Ball, also known as Softball, playing as the playing as the blue Terran. So yes, Terran versus Zerg here on Belshir Vestige. Definitely looking forward to this game and what will be happening and what will be going down in a matchup such as this. So far, Zerg versus Terran, and Zerg in general, a lot of people have been noticing that not many of the Heart of the Swarm units are used. Units such as Swarm Hosts, units such as Vipers, they're just not used that much. Well, that is only partially true. The reason why some of those units are not used is the fact that the existing Wings of Liberty units got buffed overall. Anytime you see an Ultralisk, anytime now you see Mutalisk, those are much stronger variations and versions from what you saw in Wings of Liberty. Mutalisks now have a faster movement speed and also regenerate hit points extremely quickly. On top of that, Ultralisks now deal full damage to non-armored units, making them a much stronger ground counterpart, and in order to make up for the fact that, say, infested Terrans and infestors in general are not that strong. Now, as we look into what we're going to be seeing from Ian now already just doing a bit of scouting, activating the Zelnaga Tower, making sure there isn't a proxy barracks. Meanwhile, Ball actually opening up with a very fast command center, and this is going to turn into an economic game. The hatchery is just slightly ahead of that command center there, as we are going to see the Overlord now booking its way over here to the top side of the map. Now, Ian, as a professional StarCraft 2 player, should notice the timing on this barracks and pretty much realize, hey, this barracks is absolutely late. There is most likely a command center somewhere. Ian will be checking on that in just a moment. He sees the barracks is halfway done, and he doesn't even need to scout here to know that there is an expansion. However, the Overlord is going to be traveling in a roundabout way to... Oh, I thought that the Overlord could easily get into this position here, but wouldn't be able to spot much from there, and no real reason to park an Overlord there, as there is sight on to this area back here, meaning you cannot really hide a Nidus network there at all. Coming back around, SCV now coming over, gonna head up that ramp. You can see Ball now no longer supply block, sitting at 19/30 supply. He was supply blocked for a little while, but then again he can't train up any SCVs since he is already upgrading to an orbital command. Bunker now placed down by Ball, and Ball and Ian are just going to be playing, or is it, yeah, Ian just going to be playing a bit of a straight up game. Is it Ian or Lan? I think it's actually Lan. Actually, no, it's Yo-I-M. Okay, yeah, that's actually an Ian. Keep on forgetting what name it is. Anyways, I'll just refer to him as the Red Zerg. You can say Ian or you can say Lan. It doesn't really make a difference unless, you know, Yo-I-M wants to contact me and say, hey, it's really an L in his name or it's really an I in his name, and my apologies. Alright, coming across to the Red Zerg, you can see double extractors coming in here, and this is more of a little bit of a mind fake because the extractors are in a location where the Terran player can actually spot it. By placing down the extractors here, he forces his opponent to guess whether or not he is harvesting gas back inside his own base. You may be wondering, why not just take this gas here and not take any of these? Well, as soon as you move out onto the field with some sort of unit that has gas, metabolic boosted lings, roaches, banelings, anything of that variety, your opponent knows that you have to have extractors inside your own base. This way, your opponent doesn't know when you have an extractor inside your own base because, hey, it may just be I'm running on 2 gas here, or I could be running on 4 gas in my own base, and I could be rushing the Mutalisk. Coming back around, Ball now looking to go for perhaps some Hellion drop play. You can see Hellions are being trained, and this is a variation on that 1-1-1 build, as both sides really not macroing up a very large army. You can see that there is a Roach Warren now coming into play, as I do believe Hellions gonna just do a bit of scouting, not be able to destroy that hatchery, knowing that the regeneration on a hatchery as it is being built is rather fast, And now all we can perhaps see is these Hellions off over here looking to torch these queens, but the queens are going to be fairly fast on creep and should be able to make a move if necessary. Now, these Zerglings are not necessarily that fast. Yes, I know that they do have that little spine raptor stegosaurus look on top of them. That does not make them any much faster. Actually might make them slower, evologically speaking, as they are carrying a little bit more weight. But we'll see how that affects things a little bit later on. Now, Ball sitting out here with 4 Hellions and not really pressuring Ian at all. He's not forcing Ian to train up Zerglings, and with this we see a large round of drones now coming out. This is a bit of a concern for me, as we do see the Hellions now trying to do a little bit of a drop play here. The queens are more than ready. 2 drones get taken down. Another round of drones do get taken down there. And how much damage? Only 3 workers killed. This is not a good engage at all, as the Zergling may be able to pick off another unit there. It looks as though, yes, another 2 Hellions go down. And Ball losing a lot more than he bargained for in that engagement here. All right, what is this? We are going to be now going into Widow Mines. Why is Ball? Oh, he's just going to be attacking the queen instead of anything else. Does get a kill there. 5 kills. Wow. What a quick turnaround, as that one Widow Mine now up to 5 kills. But I do believe some of those were counted in larva. All right, you can see that the Widow Mine is going to be reburrowing itself. The Spore Crawler is off to the north. Does the Widow Mine actually... Is it actually spotted? Yes, it is. Oh, it is now down over here. It didn't move far enough away. Is the Widow Mine going to get a shot off? No, it does not. As we now see the medevac looking to get perhaps a drop over here instead. Here we go. The Widow Mine is going to be burrowing itself. Is it going to attack the right target? That is the question. And, oh, what is it doing? There it goes. It actually... was taking its time to hit something. Not quite sure what that was about, as we now see another Spore Crawler come in. That is another huge hit there. This Widow Mine will not be able to get away at all, but was enough damage done. Harvester count 52 to 68, as we now see a very, very greedy 4th base by Ian. I'm not sure if this is a very smart call at all. If Ian only tries to get extractors here and harvest gas, that may be a smart play, but otherwise it could just spell absolute certain doom in a matter of seconds. You can see SCVs now being transferred down here to the 3rd base as well, but Ian already in position and spreading that creep, going to make it rather difficult, as we see Widow Mines being brought over. Very, very heavy use of these Widow Mines as of late. The Overlord will get shot down there. No easy way to clear off all of that creep, as supply depots and a rather narrow choke point trying to be placed down. Zerglings may do a little bit of a run by, and it looks like they are getting in position. There are supply depots, however, quickly following this up, and as soon as those Marines are in that bunker, it is going to be rather difficult to break. Talking about breaking bunkers, busting bunkers, Banelings will be ready to go here in just a moment, and that could be a lot of damage. There is one Widow Mine taking down 4 units there. Are we going to perhaps see some more units taken down as well, as the Banelings now making a move over? What are the rest of the units doing? The Marines trying to engage. Is it going to be enough? Oh, the Zerglings, Marauders, Marines. Are the bunkers going to... Yes, the supply depots do get up in time, and there goes that sender location there. All right, the front door has been opened. The Zerglings and the Banelings trying to engage. Baneling Splash does take down a lot of SCVs there, but this is actually a little bit sloppy. This could have been much, much worse for Ball, as Ian has not been trading that efficiently at all. Let's take a look at the losses. Ian actually losing more in that. The number of Harvester killed, still about even. Harvester count 56 to 76. That was good for Ian overall, but it wasn't nearly as effective as I thought it would be. We are now taking a look. Plenty of drones here. We do see Mutalisk level 1 flyer attack now coming online, as Banelings will be forced to deal with these Widow Mines here. Banelings, one of the units that can actually hit a Widow Mine even though it doesn't know exactly where it is. Here you go. There are those Widow Mines. They are going to try and splash their way in and taking them both down in just a matter of seconds. Here you go. Banelings now going to be trying to come in as well. Does another hit. Zerglings and Banelings could it come in from the back? Are we going to be seeing that? No, it does not look like it, as we do see an Overseer in the air. The Banelings are for some reason not engaging at this point, which is a bit of a surprise. The Zerglings are going to be able to clean this up here in just a moment. There goes that Widow Mine. as we see more units attacking. Ian is just owning the game right now with sheer macro running on 4 bases. You can see that the 3rd base of Ball is finally up, and with the help of a lot of mules that will be giving him a much stronger overall economy. But for how much longer, as we now see the barracks are falling. Ball in a little bit of trouble. He is down 20 supply as the units are trying to come on in and destroy everything. The Baneling's looking to get the heck out of there, as we see the 3rd base has been completely shut down for mining temporarily. SCV is gonna just run around the bunker as the Marines have perfect aim, perfect shooting, no friendly fire whatsoever, able to take down all of those Zerglings without harming any of the SCVs. Alright, there goes an Overlord as we're looking at a 62 to 74 worker advantage. The Mutalisk will really need to deal a lot of damage here. Let's take a look at the army composition. Zerg is much higher once again, as we see another Mutalisk flying straight into a group of Marines. This is not a good fight, but there are going to be enough Banelings here. Here we go, double attack at the 9 o'clock position and inside the main base. SCVs no longer mining at the main. Meanwhile, attacking back over here, the Marines trying to get away. Will they be able to do so? It looks like some of them will be able to retreat, but there are a lot of Marines now low on hit points. Speaking back inside the main base, Mutalisk going after the Widow Mines, and oh, is it going to get shot down here? Is it going to be enough? The Widow Mines could launch a hit, a beautiful splash hit. Not sure why Ian stayed in that fight at all, especially with so many Widow Mines being burrowed at the same time. More Marines being doubly trained off of the reactor barracks. 6 of them off of these 3, I believe, 8 of them total. And no real reason to stick around there, as we are now going into missile turrets. Ball is not looking to get the autosec tracking at all though, so no additional +1 range. As we see that Ball is starting to come out ahead once more. Ian had the economic advantage, but has not been able to hold on to it for very long, as we now see the Marines and the Marauders trying to make their way back. There's a couple good splash hits, or decent splash hits there, for what was left on the field. Zergling's going to try and engage, as there is burrowed Widow Mines, unable to do anything. Baneling's now coming in from the back. Is it going to be enough? It looks as though no, not enough damage at all. Meanwhile, another pressure over here. SCV is looking at the bunker as it goes down, not even bothering to repair, and this is looking bad. These SCVs will all get taken down. Meanwhile, back in the center, off over here, the Marines trying to reinforce. Zergling's going to simply run through that meat grinder and get taken down. Ian is now behind. Let's take a look at the harvester count. It is 48 to 74. Income tab, however, shows the disparity even larger, as there is over 1,000 resource difference per minute. Ian is behind at the moment, but I do believe Ball has the larger army, and that is continuing to grow ever so steadily, as the Marines are going to try and engage here again. Mutalisk, what are they going to really do here? They're not going to be able to engage, as the Zergling's not trying to come in and attack. Are they perhaps going to go after the Medivacs? The high ground now going to get taken down. Banelings need to roll on in, and is it going to be enough? There is a lot of Marines in the back here. Ball could end up losing a lot of units here if he's not careful, especially those Medivacs, which are in a very forward position. Banelings looking to hit and take down a couple more Marines. The Mutalisk, however, unable to engage, and the problem has been that Ian has not been engaging with all of his units at the same time. So Zerglings die, then Banelings, and then Mutalisk look to try to engage, and they're a split second behind as well. Ball really fighting his way back into this, about to finish 3-3 upgrades, as the Zerglings are now all retreating with only 2-2 upgrades and no 3-3 in sight. Taking a look around, Medivacs are ready to go. Medivacs rather low on energy, but still able to keep this Marine squadron alive. It looks as though the couple more creep tumors will get taken down in this push. The Marauders, oh, they are going to try to get back off, but no, is the reactor, yes, the afterburners, those Medivacs will be able to retreat here in just a second, as the Mutalisks are now trying to reinforce what is the main base and the main choke point here. All the units are now backing off. We are seeing that 3 bases, the 3 main bases pretty much have been mined out, as we now see a major engagement in the center. Zerglings, Banelings trying to run in and finish off all those Marines, but the Marines simply working too well together, as 3-3 upgrades have been completed. Zerglings now making it to the far side of the map. Will they be able to take down these supply depots? I do believe so, if they try and do it. And what is going to be happening next? Let's see how much damage will be dealt, as the Mutalisks all get shot down here. Banelings now trying to come in. SCVs on the run. Will they be able to get through at all, as a whole bunch of SCVs will get taken down? The problem is that Ball still has a much larger army, 113 versus 70, even though the supply count is about the same. Ian needs this game to go long. Ball needs to finish this game shortly. And who will be able to execute their game plan next? Marines, Marauders, 3-3 upgrades, no siege tanks, nothing else besides medevacs, widow mines, and that is all you wrote, as Ball needs to finish and close the door on this game before Ian's economy once again pulls him through. It looks as though it could be anyone's game up until the final moments. The Zerglings are surrounding and finishing off a couple of those forward units. They're not quite sure why the rest of the Marines and the Marauders didn't engage, as we now see another beautiful flank here. What's going to be happening? Ian trying to fight this back. It looks like he does have good enough positioning. Ball, his units are dropping rather quickly, as all the units are now simply retreating once more. Are they going to be able to retreat back up onto the high ground? Ian now not in such a good and favorable position. All the units have come up and now are in those medevacs. We're going to see them drop straight up into this 3 o'clock location. Zerglings have arrived, and what is going to be happening here? There you go. No, picking up and dropping them off all at the same time, as we are now perhaps hitting the main base. The main base, however, not that critical any longer. Only a couple key tech buildings, as the Zerglings now looking to perhaps clean up all of these medevacs again. All right, is there enough units? More Marines getting unloaded. Marauders falling from the sky. Some of the Marines not getting dropped down as they are still up in the air. What will be happening next? There is a queen nearby. Zerglings now making their way over, and it is just a constant pickup and drop off. Ian really enjoying this play right now, knowing that the longer Ball's units are constantly moving around the map instead of engaging, the better position he will be in. Here you go. Banelings do get the final, a good hit there. More Banelings now about to come in just a second. What will be the follow-up play? Another Widow Mine hit there, as the Banelings are now trying to roll forward. Is it going to be enough? More reinforcements still coming in, but that is a lot of medevacs for not that many units. 9 Marines, 2 Marauders. This is a whole bunch of medevacs, 11 medevacs for just perhaps 2 to 3 dozen Marines and Marauders only. There you have it. The Mutalisk now looking to come in. Are those Marines going to be able to clean this up, especially with the Banelings now on the field? 3-3 about to be completed. And with Ian evening up things in terms of the upgrade war, he may actually come out ahead. The Mutalisk now looking to focus down some of the medevacs. If he can take down the medevacs here, those are the expensive critical units, but they don't deal any damage, obviously. Oh, the Mutalisk now being forced to pull back here. Banelings may come in for a good hit again. The Banelings are trying to splash all top. Ian, is there enough? Is Ball actually finally breaking his way through and is able to push through to this 3 o'clock expansion? It looks like Ball has come out ahead. Ian losing a lot of units, and there's the GG. Ian unable to fend off Ball's attack there, and a beautiful play by Apollo's Ball, even though it felt like he was behind at some points. Ian doing a great job fending off the attack when he was behind in terms of upgrades, but had superior units. Even though Ian did get those 3-3 upgrades eventually, he just didn't have enough of an army to go with it, and it was simply too strong of medevac play, constantly picking up and dropping off units and buying time for the reinforcements. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for Game 2.